natural language processing, artificial intelligence, pattern recognition, and more. She published many articles in national and international journals. Also, ma'am won a first prize in state level research competition, Avishkar 2009, and Best Paper Award in 2021. We have pleasure to have you, ma'am. Over to you, Namrata, ma'am.
Do I am audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am.
Okay. I think I lost the conversation with the Lord Madam. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. आपकी मेरे को voice नहीं आ रही थी. I think I lost you. So should I start now? I think
Yes,
today
yes, ma'am. You can
science
start,
and
ma'am.
commerce. Okay. Science and commerce are coming together.
Sir, ma'am,
Okay.
science students are also here today for today's
Yes,
session.
yes. Okay, okay. No problem. Okay, ma'am. So very good morning. Today I'll be talking about how to use Microsoft basically for the thesis writing, or we can say even the paper writing, whatever we want to submit. And major problem comes is like we have computer science students are there, so they might be knowing what today I'm taking, but still because it's for all the students, be patient with me. So first of all, I thank Lard Madam and Sonar Ma'am for giving an opportunity to have an interaction with all of you. So let's, thing is that there is no PPT. I'll directly show you the practical way of using how to use Word, and just think like it's uh, purely styling, formatting, and ease of using Word for your thesis writing or the paper writing, whatever you can say. So my screen is visible, I hope.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, ma'am.
So the basic is like if I start with the first new document, normally what happens, it's generally seen that when we create a thesis file, and normally we have introduction chapter, then we have literature review chapter, then process or proposed model, method and methodologies, whatever you can say. Fourth is generally a result analysis, and fifth is conclusion. This is the general structure of thesis whenever we try to incorporate. But it is seen that many of the students are using different files, right? For chapter 1 is there a different file, chapter 2 is a different file. Likewise, we have number of files and then we club them together. So what major problems occurs is that you have to always keep in track of the styling of your heading as well as the whole body. Then you have different types of figures, different types of tables in your system. So you have to keep that also into picture. Next comes like the numbering, which you have to keep track of. Like if a single change happens in a particular chapter, then the whole chapter has to be verified, right? And the last one is manually creating the table format. So generally, not doing that, we can move on with uh, this today. Whatever we are learning is a very easy part, might be knowing also, but still, let's move with this. I'll just say. So if you look, this is a general bar which we have. Can I move this down? Will be better for me. So if you look, we have lot of menus which we are there. The first thing is coming with our set is the layout where you can set your margin. So I'm using a default margin here, or I can change like I can make all at 2. It's not compulsory. I'm just making for showing you. You can keep your margins as you want, or whenever there is a guidelines from a journal where you are submitting or the conference which you are submitting, so they will give you what type of layouts they want. So you can just
Namrata ma'am, I'm sorry, but your mouse is not moving around. Can you please?
my mouse. I think my screen, I'm not using any mouse. I'm just showing the layout. My screen is visible. Page setup has been shown.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
So that's only because I'm not moving anything. If it comes around, I'll talk about it. Okay. So just this is the margin which I have set. It's not compulsory. You can have whatever you want. Generally, we keep A4 size, but if something has been told to you, you can select any of the options which are available, like letter, tabloid, legal, executive A3, A5, whatever. But general, we have a concept of using A4. So I have just changed the margin, customized margin to 2 centimeters, all 4 sides, right? It's not compulsory, but this we have done for referencing. Now, there is one important thing which we should do, is that is the first thing which comes into mind is keeping the navigation pan. So you can go through this view menu, and then in that you can have this panel. I think this pane is been visible. So this navigation pan, if I say enable it, so you can get. So I'll tell you what are the importance of using the navigation pan slowly once we proceed towards our formatting of the whole thesis. Like we are just thinking about formatting the thesis. So here is the navigation pan which we can see. Now generally we have introduction, and general habit is that we what we do is that we set it by giving the numbers and all, right? Choosing. So we have like bullets, we have number, but the better idea for this is that we should choose this heading one. You can find this in the third pane which you are having here. You go and select this heading, right? So if you go and select this, look at the styles you are getting through. Default
Hello, ma'am.
is, yes,
Actually, what
I'm unable to hear you, please. Hello.
here there is nothing to see on the screen because whatever you are
That's why
showing,
that's why I was asking whether my screen is visible or not. No,
screen is
Ma'am,
visible,
your
but
screen
then
is visible, but
whatever
your
you made on
document we can't see.
document is not visible.
Yes, document visible, but your movement not we can't be.
I am not getting. I'll just
That thing,
unshare
ma'am.
it.
Ma'am, your screen is visible, but I think you are stuck on the blank page. No, it is not moving.
immediate
No,
changes
I'm
can
not
madam.
moving anything. I'm using.
That's
Can
only.
you see the? Can you see the? 1 minute, and I'll share
Ma'am,
it.
are you
As
moving
you told
something?
regarding the navigation
Because
and the
it's not
A4
able
size
to
and all,
see in the.
we were not able to see it, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah.
the navigation pan and all those things you were not able to see.
No, no, ma'am.
No.
Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute, huh?
Madam, I think the entire screen is not shared, I think.
No, entire,
If you share entire screen, no, so then
no,
that will
entire
be.
screen only I have shared. That's why I can see. Now, is it visible?
Yeah, yeah,
Something
ma'am. Now it
introduction.
is visible.
So
Yeah, ma'am.
I'll,
It's visible.
okay. What I'll do is that. Oh, what I'll do is that I'll go from the start itself then. Okay. Layout and if it is required. So I'll do a new document. Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So first thing is that what I have shown you is the margins where you can select the margins. Default margin is normal like this. You can customize your margin. So just for sake showing, I'm customizing the margin. Because many times by the journal or by the university authority, the size and margin and everything has been given. So we can choose this way. Then you can have the size. Normally we keep A4 size, but according to your requirement, you can change the size from letter, tabloid, legal. I hope now it is visible, right? My menu is visible.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
ma'am.
Okay. Then we go to the, see, first thing is that this is general when we go and see. But if you go in the view menu, there is a navigation pan. Once you open the navigation pan, you can find a left corner which you have detail about heading, page and results. Because nothing has been created, now it is empty. Slowly, once we'll proceed with writing the concept of thesis using different styles, I'll let you know what is the most important part of navigation and how it helps us, right? So now first we will try to see that we have an introduction chapter. So general idea is that normally people, what they do is that they'll go select, like you have bullets, you have numbers, and we select any one of this and we try to give, right? But this is not the correct way when we are writing thesis, because chapter 1, whatever headings you have given, whatever the style size you have set for the heading, it should be thoroughly through all the chapters which you are making in your thesis, right? So same thing we want from here. So what best idea is that you should use this thing, heading. I think this heading is visible. When you go for the third menu chart in this particular, you'll find the headings, right? This one. So you will be selecting this heading. So once you select this heading, you'll find it, right? This mark, if you come, you find this one. You can select this option to see whether it is marked or not. So you can see this. You unmark this. So this is default. So you, in this particular style pan, you can see the visibility of different headings, right? So once we have done this, what we will do is that we'll, for our sake, we'll change the size. Suppose we'll keep it as 16 only, but for this, we will use Times Roman and we'll change the color so that it will be visible and we'll make it bold. Now, this is what I want everywhere. The heading one should be like this. This is what we have updated. So what we have to do, we have to go to this heading part, right click it, and you'll find, I hope this is visible, right? The first option, update heading 1 to match the selection. Is this there? So you just do that. So now the heading will be always now matching to this particular part. So if I say to, rather than writing, because I should not write. If I say literature review and I'll go heading 1 because I've given a space here. So this will happen. That means whenever you are going to give it, you have to just select whatever the heading you have given, or throughout your document, the same heading style will be visible. Okay. I'll removing this because I don't want here all this thing. I want to type something. like this, and I'm going to write many things in like I'm just going on writing. Now what happens, even for the whole body, we want to set certain things because we have here used time Roman 16. So we can think like we can go for times Roman and we can make it as 12, right? So in this normal, because this is a normal body structure which we are going through, what we have to do is that we have to go update the normal to match. This we have done. Now what happens? I want, like suppose this is a document where I'm working on question answering system. So I want to tell types of question answering system. Just a heading I'm giving. So now this should be 1.1, right? So what happens? You go here, you'll get to the heading 1 only. You go here and you'll find 1.1. I'll update to this. But whatever update is happening, this is default style and this thing. So I want to change it. I want it to make 14. So I'll use, because I'm using time Roman, it's not compulsory. It's just an example. We are following it. So times Roman, and I'll make this as 14. And I'll change the color also for visibility to this color. Now what I'll do is that this is what I have done. Go to this heading. See, previously you didn't had 1.1.1 besides it. Because now you use the second heading, the third heading has come across. So because we have updated this second heading style, what we have to do is that we go and update heading to match the selection, right? So now this matching has also been done. If I go and write normally anything, now you know that this is times Roman 12. So just see, this has been maintained. We don't have to do anything further for writing this particular thing. Now suppose I want, because I said types of QS system, I want to update, get an menu like open source and closed sources. So I'll just want 1.1, next heading I want. So what I'll do is that I'll write open system, and then I have a closed system. So for open system, I want to get it updated to 1.1.1. And now see, it is 12, but we'll make a little bit change. We will make it 12 only. We'll change it to Times Roman. We'll make it bold, and we'll make it italic for our sense, or we can keep it as it is. And we can change the color if we want. We'll keep it as green, right? Now this has to be updated. Here, as I told you, whenever you want the whole settings throughout the document, what you will do is that here you will come, whichever your marking is there, right click on that and you say update heading 3 to match the selection, whatever you have done. So now the matching has happened. I'm going to write here. I'm just writing because I don't have much time. Already 10 minutes I'm late. So we'll write like this. Now I want it 1.1 point. So I'll just say, see now. The whole document you're getting like this, right? And see as the navigation pan moves around, what I'll do is that this also, this is what is the one benefit now I have showed you, that you wanted something up and down, you can change it this way. See the numbering also. It has been changed. So whatever you want, the way you want, if you want to change from one setting to other, meanwhile, you can see and shift here also. Numbering will always be changed automatically. So if I put here, it has changed to this particular part, right? So I hope the first benefit is clear, right? Of the navigation pan. So through navigation pan, one important thing we can see is that if we want to change the menus, right, or subheadings in the part, we can even shift it. Now what we are going is that suppose this is my chapter, I am done with my writing. Normally what we do is that we go and write like this, second chapter. So if I say literature review, this is normally the second chapter. What I have to do is that because it's the second chapter, I'll go and make it heading. So automatically this way it will come. And then here I'll write something. See, the style and everything is maintained. And I'll give a subheading. Details from suppose 50s to 2000, and details from 2001 to till date. This is my subheading. What I'll do is that just go select this. Now this is very easy. We can go and write whatever we want, and my things are maintained. Now by doing this, what happened is that if I say that I came to know that I want to add many things here. What is happening? See the change. If because they are linked together, and when I'm going through doing all this thing, my stuffs have been changed. I don't want such change to happen, because see, if I have written 100 pages and because of the change in the first page, it is going to reflect into my 99 pages, then it is very difficult. So to maintain that particular part, what we will do is that first I'll copy paste because I don't want to write it again. For sake, I'm using a notepad. Wherever you want to keep, or you can retype it. So now what happens? I'll delete everything after this. Now from this, just I want a new chapter to be started. Right? This is what I want. This is your normal layout. So what we want is that we want to have something to be inserted. What we want page break. But if you go and see in insert, you can go and give the page break here. What happens with the page break? A new system has been created. But if you look into the page break, normally what happens, whatever we said now, the same thing will happen. So if I copy this, see, if I go on doing this, it's going to be there and it is going to disturb the things which I have done. So I don't want that. So what we will do is that means this page break is not helping. I hope the question is clear. Like if there is a change and that change is going to make my things change, then then this option of page break is of no use. So I don't want this page break like this, the way I have. So I'll re-delete it. Means what? I hope the concept is clear that we want a solution. Yes, we want a solution that when we are adding page breaks, problem is that the page break is going to shift the document. Normally what we even cut pasted, the same thing was coming out. Yeah, I think some question is there. So let me have that question. Hello, somebody was asking. This is my query. Just see that normally when it happens. So first let me save this. Anybody was asking something? This is just, I have written session to commerce and science on my desktop, right? So See, in insert, you can have page breaks, but the problem is that that page break is not solving our solution, right? So in layout, if you come across, you'll find breaks here. And you have so many options. The page break, which we have seen in insert, is directly given because normally we want to add a new page to the next session. So, but that has not solved our problem, whatever problem we had. So the better way is going and checking next page. Can you see this? See, this is page break. This is section break. I hope this is visible, right? You can read it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So when we are looking at, we don't want. So very simply, I showed that whenever we want to add a page, that is very simple. We can go on adding that page, but it is not going to solve our problem. So better is that means we want to go for this section break. What do you mean by section? That means my chapter 1 should be one section. My chapter 2 should be another section. Likewise, if I have 6, 7 chapters, they should be different section. So whatever happens in the section remains for the section, right? So that means change in my first chapter should not reflect change in my second chapter. Indirectly, I'm saying that whatever second chapter is reflecting should not reflect on the third
या
chapter.
त्यांच्याकडे
Yeah. So already I have shown this thing.
अजून कशाला एवढं लागतं का ना
Okay. So this is, I have added the page section break. Now what I'll do is that I'll copy this, whatever the part I have done. I have copied here. And I know that now I have to make it as heading. So see, this is 2. Now this I want to heading, right? Because it was taking, already we have done that part, right? So we set it down. Now you see. This is, I'll save this. Now what the problem we had, that whatever we are see now the script and everything, whatever we are putting here should not reflect my chapter 2. See, it has come to the new page. It has not shifted the space here, or it is not adding. Automatically it added a new page because my data went into the new page. Are you able to understand? Right? So this section has been created. Same way, we just go. I hope the problem has been shown and the solution has also been given. If I want third chapter, again, at the end, I'll come wherever and I'll go to the layouts. From the break, I'll go for next page, right? And then I can write a third chapter. So generally we say methodology or proposed model, whatever you want to give the name. And now I want to make it as a chapter. So this is my heading has been done. The method used for the selective process is given. It's just I'm writing something. So you here also you can go on having many subpoints like proposed model. So we can say flow chart. Then we can even have process detail. So now I want to make it subheading. So I'll choose 3.1. The same way I can go and make it as, so this is what, and I can go on writing whatever I want. This is not going to change my whole stuff. Right? So now any changes happening in 2 will not reflect to 3, and anything happening at the chapter 1 will not go to reflect anything on this thing. And through the navigation panel, you can return to any point. So second benefit is that if I want to write something or add something, I can directly go to the section which I want. So second benefit of navigation panel. So till now what we have seen is that We should always try to enable the navigation pan, because now we have seen, till now we have seen two benefits. One thing is that all the table indexing can be seen very easily. We can shift the data which second benefit, we can shift up and down in the scenario. Third thing we are saying is that we can directly go to the section where you want to insert anything into the thing. So I hope this much is clear. So three benefits already of navigation pan. In the layout, we have also understood what is the meaning of insert. Gives you a direct action of giving a page break. That means it adds a new page, but we don't want the breaks of each section, right? Disturbing other sections. So in layout, you have breaks where you have lot of options, in which we have a very good option, which is next page. It creates sections. So benefit of sections, you will come to know. First, already we have seen any update in chapter 1 spacingly does not reflect to the second. That means every time the second chapter will start with the new page only. So that means there is no disturbance to that particular data. Now, let me go to Wikipedia. Just one trick we will be looking at. So it is giving a lot of sections. So rather than, I want a huge data if it is available on that. So this is what is available. You can type any topic. I'm just, because I started with. So if I want to copy this and I paste it directly, what happens here? Suppose you'll find that these markings are also coming with it, right? I don't want this marking. See, update it has also taken because a new version has come and you have written it after 2.2. So you can make it to automatically it is taking 2.2.1. You can change the heading as per your requirement. But the main question is that I don't want this hyperlinks, because see here, if you click, you can open it, right? I don't want that thing. And normally we copy many things and we don't want that thing. So what we can do is that it's a very simple trick. You can copy it into the notepad. So what happens? Generally, the general format has been cleared out. So if I see and I paste here, you'll find this. See, those links. So many times it happens. Many times it happens. So you can change it. I want to make it a new heading. So I can make a new heading, or if I want subheading, I can make it a subheading. First space was taken. This is there. And you can format it as per your requirement. But you see, the whole document which you have coming, it is coming times Roman new only with 12. So you can have a little bit of, right? You can use this to increase the margin levels completely or single also, like this. As
Hello,
per your,
ma'am.
yes. Yes.
Sorry to disturb, but can you repeat it again?
What part you want? This copying pasting.
Question and answer.
Copy
Copy
pasting.
pasting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, no problem. We'll take a new topic. So here your use data is there. We'll just copy this. First thing is that rather than directly copying onto the Word file, I'll show you what was the problem. It gives, yes, it gives you all the hyperlinks. Yes. So we don't want such structure to happen, right? It has given us what the format we have second, because it is coming to the normal side, but we don't want this hyperlinks to happen. So rather than directly copying on the Word, what we should do is that we use the notepad. So general formatting is removed. We copy and we paste here. Copy pasting you can use. See, if you are not used to, you can say Control X and Control V. Or if you don't want to know the keys, simple thing is that you from here you can first select all. Control A you can select, right? Then from edit you can cut, copy whatever you want, right? Even selection you can do. Rather than selecting from here, you can go in edit. You have an option, select all things will be there. Either you can copy it. Copy means it will remain there. If you say cut, you can, and then you can paste anywhere. Suppose in the first part, we will paste now. So this data will come and you'll find that there is no hyperlinks and everything.
Ma'am, there is one question.
हाँ,
मैम नोटपैड कैसे लेना है वहां पे?
आप यहाँ पर आएंगे, आपको ये दिख रहा है स्टार्ट विंडोज का।
यस मैम।
यहाँ पे आप NOTE करेंगे ना तो अपने आप लिख के आएगा नोटपैड। पूरा लिखेंगे तो भी आएगा नोटपैड, या ऐसा डालने के बाद आ जाएगा। उसको क्लिक करिए क्या खुल जाएगा।
ओके, थैंक यू मैम।
Okay. So this is like we formatted. See, now the change has not reflected to my second chapter. Second chapter's reflection has not come to the third chapter. यहाँ पे आपका data बढ़ गया था with one page. Still, my third chapter has retained it to be there from the new line only. It has not changed the position. ये हमको maintain करना, because see, we might have a thesis of 500 pages, 600 pages, and we don't want the reflection to be changed. So that's why I always try to check with the section. I hope this much is clear to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we'll go for adding some tables, right? And we'll look at certain properties of table also. So we can select table from here and we can insert like, right? You can select any of the format you want. So I'm using this format, or more you can have this way also. There is an header row which you can remove. Banded row you can remove, it becomes normal. So I'll keep an header row, or you can keep total row, or you can have a banded row. So depends upon what. So generally this we don't require, because we can select the patterns from here, whatever you want, right? The patterns are available. So it's like serial number, whatever you want. I'm just writing the things, right? You can have as much of things you have. Once you have written, important thing is that we want to have the table name. So same problem will happen, because even for table name, figure name, we have given some styling and we use it. So normally we know that majorly table names are always above the table, and figure names are below the table. So what happens if you generally write table and the caption, right? Yeah. If you go and write table 1 and then you write everything, what happens if there are 7 tables in your thing and you add one more later on? You have to change the table number. Suppose अभी table number 1 मैंने डाला और उसके बाद मुझे ध्यान में आया कि I want a table here. So I'm inserting here. Right? So now I have to remember that this should be table 1, and the next table which I have created, which was already created, it has to be made 2. And that means if I have 50 tables throughout my thesis, I have to go and change the number. That is tedious job. That means manually. So rather than doing this, what we can do is that we should not write like this. Suppose I'll write, use this thing. Right click on the table menu. You select the table, right click, you'll find insert caption. See what I have done? I've selected the table. This box will come. You select this table, right click on that. You'll get a menu. In this, you get insert caption. See table 1. Because now I've selected this as the table. First time I'm inserting, so it will come table 1. Look at that. And now I want to label that. I have written this detail on question. Okay, that's all. I have written this. Now what happens? I'll go to this table. I don't want to write it, right? Now I will go select the table, insert caption. Now this has come as table 1. I'll say introduction methods. So this is table 1. What about the next table? Automatically, you see this has become table 2. So I don't have to, means when we write, we don't have to remember it. We can have that depending upon wherever the changes happen, automatically the whole document will be changed. So first we created table 2 as table 1, and then we created table 1. Still the reflection you can see. So that benefit we want. And another thing is that if I want to change the label, so label style, if I want that, I want to make it bold, right? And I want to make it, I'll select a good color, right? So detail. So what we have to do is that we have to update it. Again, in this thing, if you click at the lower part, you'll get caption. Just right click it and say update caption match. So you'll find that this has also updated. Now, wherever you draw a table, like if I go and draw a table here, and I'll select insert caption. See, automatically the table 3 has come up. I'll say okay, and you go on. It has been added. So if you go and change somewhere here, a new table, like I want to add a table here, right click, insert caption, and I'll say now it has become table 2, open. So automatically, see, this was my table 1, this is table 2, the already table 2 has become table 3, and this has become table 4. And this way, now we are able to retain our whole scene. Are you clear about it? We are able to, right? We are able to clear document. Same way you can have, yeah, we can have figures also. Just one figure we can copy if I have. I'll just go, we can.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ वापर इधर पानी पी पानी पानी क्या पहले आपने पानी पे क्या
हो म्यूट
पानी नहीं पी
करूंगी, पानी पीजिए पर म्यूट करके पीजिए ना, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा. So we have added this image. I'm just resizing it, right? I can put it in the center. Same way, you select, you right click, you have an insert caption. Now, rather than, see here it is coming table because it doesn't understand. I have to select. So here you have figure, and then you can write just I'm writing. So figure, we didn't say lower or something, it has come down because figures are normally written after the figure and table names are written before the table. So I hope this much is clear that figure, you don't have to remember, the tables you don't have to remember, and automatically you can move on.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Can you please show again for the figure?
Okay. One more figure we'll add. Okay. I've selected the figure here. I can make it center right side, but it's better to keep here. Because the figure is selected, I'll go and right click it. In right click, again, there is an option, insert caption. And see, now automatically the selection has come figure because the previous one you have selected as figure. You have options here, right? So you can select figure here, then the chart is coming. You can write anything which you want, right? And the caption will come down. Now it's clear? Just nothing. You have to select the figure, right click, and you have the insert caption option here.
Yes, ma'am, understood.
So same for
Yes,
table also you can have
ma'am,
insert
understood.
caption, and for figure, thank you so much. For figure also you can have. And the benefit of this is that whenever you are writing something, any figures anywhere, the whole automation of the numbering will happen automatically. There is no requirement for personally or manually remembering all those things. Now,
Excuse
the
me, ma'am.
most,
Ma'am, one
yes,
question is there.
yes,
It is also liable for tables.
yes, it is for tables also. We have already shown for the table, na? We inserted in
Yes,
between the
ma'am.
table.
Yes,
Yes, yes,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
yes. Now
Excuse me,
what?
ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, same option this we can use. It is used in Excel also.
No, Excel options are different and Word options are different, sir. Excel,
Okay.
because already the data comes in the tabular form, no?
Tabular form, right, right.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
So there are options, but there will be different menus we will go. But for Word, this is there. Okay. Yeah. Now, when we are looking this, we come across one more important thing is that we want to put the header and footers, right? Normally, this is chapter 1, the department name whenever we are writing thesis. So we want to have that. So first of all, we'll go into the insert part and we'll say the header and footer. Right? So we can select anything, more footer off. So I'll just select empty one. So you have your section of header and footer. Here what we can write is that I'll go home and come to the corner. Chapter 1. Now what happens? And first we'll talk about the header only, chapter 1. And if you look at the document, in the second chapter also, this is our chapter 2, but it is showing chapter 1 only. And even in the chapter 3, which we have created, it is showing chapter 1 only. We don't want this. We want that all chapters should be having their name as their chapters, right? So first, now this is what we want. So what we can do is that we'll go to the second chapter here. What we want is that we don't want, so we go to, we want is that we don't want this section to be going with, so generally what we see that everything is available in your view, but we don't have, we can have one page, multiple page, and we see in the layout, even in the layout, we don't have this option. So where do we have this option? So if we click on the header and footer, right? So in header and footer, does we have something which we go with the design? So in design, see why I'm opening it all, because normally this gets lost lot of time, right? So just understand that what we want that option that shows us, right? That shows us that it should be new thing to the chapter for each and everything. Getting? So what happened? We are looking at all the view bars which we have created, and we see that there is no such options which we get. But when we click header and footer, you'll find link to previous. Is this clear? Link to previous?
Yes, ma'am.
Link to previous. This is clicked actually. So what we will do is that we'll select this and say link to previous off. So now what happens? I'll make it chapter 2. So if you go here, it is chapter 1. Here it is chapter 1 because this page belongs to chapter 1. This is chapter 2. This is chapter 2. But in 3 again it is there. That means I have to select this. So this link is to the previous. I have to off it and I make it 3. So now what you can see is that chapter 3 is there. This is chapter 2 and this is chapter 1. So I'll save this. So that means this is also clear. We don't have to. So 3 partitions of the sections are helping us to create the different headers. So I hope it is clear where we have done it. When you go there, you'll find this link to previous. This is not linked. That's why you can find it as not selected. If it is linked, then it will be showing as selected. So this way, right? This is created. Now about the footer, we will say that we'll type here. So throughout the footer, I want this. So I'll keep, now you can insert page number from here also directly, whatever form you are there, right? Another view is that you can go to have different layouts to create that. And what is the important thing which we want is that we want the page number, right? This page number which I'm selecting, say bottom, I'll say bottom. So I'll edit whatever, because I'm looking at the page number only. This formatting you can have, okay? So now this we have done. That means we have given page number, we have given the sections, another thing. But now what we want is that we want to create the table content. So what we will do is that we want to insert. So before the first chapter, we want it, right? So rather than using insert, we should go to the layout. In the layout, we should go for creating next section. So this, because it is linked, this chapter 1 is coming. So what we can do is that we'll unlink this. Link to the previous, unlinked. Right? So this chapter 1, and now you can change this to table of content. So we see that this is chapter 1. So I'll save this and I'll come out of it. Now this has been done. Right? Rather than copying the whole thing, we can copy this whole table of content directly here. So you can have reference, see, reference, and you have table of content. There are a lot of options which you can see. There is automatic, right? Table 1 format, automatic, table 2 format, and manual, but we don't want manual. So what we will do is that we'll select any one of this. So I'll selecting second. You'll find that it does not select. it has come to my chapter 1 because my cursor was there, right? So I'll change form. I will make it this and reference table of content. Your table of content has. So you don't have to worry about anything which you want. Same way you can have insert table, figures, tables. So if I want table of figures, I want table of authorities or index, I can select it. So this is all figures which we are getting. Rather than I want all the tables, I get table. So like I can say insert table. Same way after this, I'll say insert. Same in the reference only you will find this. I'll select the figure and I can have the figures also. So my table of content, you can have this up also, down also, you can change it. Whenever you put the cursor there, it will come. Right? This is what we want to see. And see, suppose if I change something, I'll put here like detail of techniques and I'll make it, I want it to be my second subheading. Now this has been updated here. What about the updation here? It has not reflected here. So what we can do is that select the table, right click it. You get an update table. Are you getting? Update page number only, update. We should always try to keep it update entire table. Detail of techniques have come. So that means if when you make changes to your table content below somewhere, those updations can be seen in the table of content. Now this, I can even change this page number. So first what we will do is that we'll go and to the first chapter, link to the previous, we'll remove it and we'll make it update the field and we'll make it edit field and we will say 1 to this thing. Okay. So start from, so I want it to be start from 1. So now this will be 1 to onwards. This because we have changed the link, go here, edit the field, select this one. So now your index chapter is having a Roman number. See, this is Roman number and your other chapters are having 1, 2, 3. So section wise also you can change. So I'll save this, close it. And see now it is 2, 2. We can, as I told you, select the table, update table, entire table. Your page numbers are clear about it. So that means even a single change, because normally table of index, we keep it separate with abstract, one more chapter, page break you will require with abstract here. So, and certificate that can have Roman numbers. Those sections can have Roman numbers. You can go on adding here and the rest of our chapters will have the numbers and it starts with the number 1. So this way we can update the whole table. Slight changes also we found that we can update it here. So we don't have to worry throughout the writing whether I should go for writing something which I have changed and I have to manually keep it. No, automatic updation happens for your table, happens for your figures, happens for your page number, happens for your subheadings also. So that wise, this is recommended. Now, the next important point comes up, putting up your references. right? This is where we want to manage references. So if I have something, see, this is the, already I have certain citations with me. So we'll select one citation and we'll add, we'll go with, we'll select some, so if any ones you can go, we just take this survey, right? You can have this, you can cite this, right? You'll get the selection. So suppose I am using MA APA format. So I'll copy from here. Again, I'll keep this in Notepad for my further referencing. Now how to, I have selected one thing, okay? Now I'll show you how to use in your system. I want to add here some. In this, if I say insert, so you have option, add new resources, right? You have add new sources or the placeholder. So we are looking at add new sources. So it gives you, it's a journal article, right? So in journal article, you have to give your author name. And first, I'll show you this thing. You have different formats here, like APA format, Chicago format. Generally, the students of science have IEEE format, but very oftenly with this, we use APA format, right? So whatever formats are available that you can use from here directly. Else you have very different free tools available, like Mendeley is there, and a paid version of EndNote is also there. So you can have that merging. So today's class, I'm not showing that merging. I'm showing only whatever default utilities are available and how can we use it. So this is APA format. So I'm doing and adding a resource, a new resource I'm adding. It's a journal article. It can be a book section, article, a periodical conference proceeding or report. Even you have a website documented document. So whatever the sources types are there, you can select. So whatever I have selected is a journal article. So I required author name. So I have already selected it. So I'll get the author name from here. So I'll just copy paste here. I have to add one time, always remember that, right? After that, title is there. So it's text classification. Year I have known as 2012. Now it's international journal. I have to copy this international journal. Yeah. Volume 3. So I'm just copying this. Show all bibliography. If you say, then it shows you the month, day, publisher, volume. But I don't want all detail at this present. So this much is okay. If you want to put all detail, show bibliographic fields, it will show you all. Else, this much is the required one. So that will be shown here. And what's the page number? 85. So I'll select this. So see, this has come here. Okay. Now already I have one here. So what I'll do is that this is there. If already is there, it will be shown. Manage sources. So what I'll do is that I'll add the first one here. Edit. Then I'll say okay. Right? This has been copied. I'll add one more here, copy, close. Now I want to select it. See, these three has come. This I added, this was already there, I copied it, so I can put here. So that my more insertions, this third one also I'll keep here. Once that is done, that means you can cite in between anywhere. Like I can select the first one from here. You can add as much you want. And at the end, because we normally try to give the bibliography at the end. Excuse me. I can now create a new section. So how do we create a new section? We go into the layout, we go next page, a new section has been created. You have to first, you go here, link to previous, you remove it. Now it becomes your, for case this is chapter 4. Now close this and you can write references and select the heading. Now I can, now what I want is that I want the bibliography to be added here. You have an option, bibliography, reference, whatever, works cited, whatever format you want. Suppose I take this. So all those you have selected can be given. If I remove this directly, this will be your chapter. So as number of references you want, you can be adding it. If you want, I can add one more and show you so that it becomes easy. So first of all, what we will do is that we'll copy one more citation. Related articles will go. So we'll cite this, copy this. It's a conference proceeding, right? 2022 5th International Conference. So this is a conference proceeding. So we'll copy this. I'll keep this. I'll keep here. And now we'll go to our Word document. First of all, we'll go insert somewhere I want to, right? So insert, add a new source. I want to add that source. This is a conference proceeding. So I'll go conference proceeding. Now it asks me the author name. So I'll go for copying the author name. This is the author name. Here we have seen 2022, right? City and all this we have to copy. Title is then have they given the page number? Yes. It's been published by IEEE. So I'll just copy that. City, if it is not given, we cannot write. This is the conference name. We don't have city as, so we'll just add it. This has come, right? Now what happened? The bibliography, now you should have the next one. So what we do is that again the same. Update. You select it, update citation and bibliography. This has been added. So even you add it between something, still you can find that those documents will be updated. So most important thing is that we want the table to be updated. We want the page numbers to be updated. And the last, we also want the bibliography or the references to be updated. So these are which is available with the general utilities which we have there in the reference section, layout, as well as in the navigation pane. So this is what we have for today. So I hope this was worthful for your work. Hello.
Ma'am, at some places there is hyperlinking, like in series, the references. Can you please show that?
Where? I'm not getting your question. Please, can you repeat it?
Like references are cited in serial manner, like 1, 2, 3.
No,
They are
those
hyper.
formats here, whatever the formats are there, that you can use it. If default formats are not there, then you have to manually work it out for this. That you can give the numbers. This is alphabetically, because APA generally go with alphabetic, right? So you can home and you can just numbering. You can update like this. Numbers you wanted, right? So this you can manually do because APA format and general formatting, which methods are given here. If I select IEEE, I hope then the sections will be different. See now, if I select IEEE, automatically the numbers have come. Can you see that?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, at some places, like the citation, instead of like we are talking about citation and references. So in place
So
of
number
citation,
here the numbers will come now. See here the numbers have come. 3, 4. We already given, na? I'll show you. Like if I change this to APA, names are coming.
Okay, ma'am, got it, got it.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So I'm not able to get you. Are you clear with this? So you change the format, automatically the whole formatting will be changing.
Yes, ma'am, understood.
You're getting this. You wanted the numbers here, you will get the number because we have the IEEE format, which normally go with the number. So you don't have to manually, like we given the numbers, no need to give manual because this will be the format we generally follow with the IEEE. But when you are going with APA format or HPA format, there you will be finding that these are kept in any other.
Participant, if there are any questions, you can ask.
Made clear. So always remember.
Come on.
Radhika?
Yes, ma'am.
I think there is an issue with an range, no?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am is not audible. Namrata ma'am.
Namrata ma'am, are you there? Namrata ma'am?
आवाज येत नाही मॅडम. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, can you upload this video on the recording?
Right, that will be provided by the HRDC, okay?
Okay.
All
It's a
the recordings are going to be provided by Gaurav sir, right?
Okay, sir, ma'am. Means
Okay.
quite it is useful, fruitful for us while writing the thesis and all that. So
Okay,
it is
you will
required.
get you will get, sir. We will provide that facility to you, right?
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So kind of.
Okay, okay, okay.
Thank you, Lad Madam, for giving this opportunity
It's my pleasure, ma'am. Chai, ma'am.
to interact. Yeah, but it's a really nice and informative lecture for our students also. So thank you very much, Namrata Madam and Lad Madam.
Namrata madam, I think she is not in coverage. I think.
Oh. So shall we end the meeting now?
Right. We will.
No, it's for science students. Science students will have second session on our usual link.
So we will take a break of 15 minutes. Again, we will join by 11:45. Right? Only commerce and management student will be login with this URL. Rest of student have to join with another URL, right?
मैम दूसरे इस पे होगा क्या सेकंड सेशन? हेलो
No. For commerce and management, same link will be there. Same link.
And for science students?
For science, the madam Sonar madam will already have given to you na
link.
Previous link.
Okay, older one. Okay.
Older one, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
at what time it will be second? Ma'am, second session will start at?
I am repeating again, same thing. That is, if you are within science faculty, you have to refer the old one, which is provided by the Sonar ma'am.
Okay.
Namrata madam is there, I think.
Yeah.
I think some issue was there, ma'am, with an internet. Namrata ma'am, are you there? Namrata ma'am? Internet issue.
नहीं आता ही तो एक वॉइस I think there was
आता येतोय madam, आता येतोय.
Okay. So I think the last question I have answered with the numbering. If that guy student is there, he's okay with, then I can leave the thing. एक बच्चे ने पूछा था numbering system. I have shown it, but I don't know whether I was connected at that moment or not.
No, ma'am, you was not connected that time. I think some internet issue was there.
So I'll just show one moment of time. I'll just show him. He wanted that numbering system. So very simply, it is like you go to, I'll show him. I think I'll share my screen also because now I have lost the connection.
You have to again reshare, ma'am.
I reshare. Yes, I'm sharing. Yes, it is there. Now I think my screen is visible. What I'll do is that I'll go with, references, and rather than, see, previously it was APA. That's why when we went to the bibliography, we didn't have the numbering here. But if I go and change the APA to IEEE format, what he wanted is this number system. So here the numbering has come up, and you'll find that the bibliography is also coming with the number. So wherever the references we have given, like this here, this will be shown in the number. I think that he was asking, and that has been made clear, if that student is there. Is that clear? So you just have to select the style. Based on the style only the numbering will come. In this case, it comes with the IEEE format. I hope I have answered it. Yes.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, there's one doubt, ma'am. Related with the footer, is it possible for us to add page number and
Text
some
you
text
can also,
also?
yes, sir, you can add. You can add. Yes, you can add. You can have text as well as a number also.
Can you give some demo, ma'am? Means 5 to 10 seconds.
Yes, I can. I have selected text box. Getting?
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Yeah. So, but it has to be in the form of a
No, it depends
table
upon,
only.
no, not table.
Yeah.
I have selected text. You can select different text also. Different text formats also you can select. I have taken drawn because it becomes easy for us to place it wherever we want.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Yes, any other? If no questions are there, Lad ma'am, thank you so much. And Sonar ma'am also, thank you so much. So can I leave then?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Radhika?
Yes, ma'am.
Propose vote of thanks.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to conclude this session by thanking Namrata ma'am for your guidance. Ma'am's practical demonstration of word, its use in research is very well explained. It's very informative session, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. So,
Thank you, ma'am. Namrata ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I'll take your leave. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. We will take a break of only 10 minutes, right? We will again rejoin after 10 minutes.
Excuse me, ma'am. Sonar ma'am.
With an desktop because next pattern.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, for science student, the link provided the older one we have to join.
Yeah. You have to join with an older one, right?
Okay, so we have to leave this, right?
Yes. You have to leave this session. And the students who are within commerce and management, they have to be ready with an laptop or desktop because today's session will be completely on hands-on off and how to record the any e-content and how you have to publish it in a various platform. So I request you, all of you, that you be ready with a laptop and desktop, right? I already shared the one setup file of an OBS software. Just download it in your laptop or desktop. I shared it on a group.
Thank you, ma'am.
Take a break of 10 minutes and we have to again rejoin here.
Okay.
Next session will be of and recording of e-content. How we can record the content by using an OBS software.
Ma'am, on this link only we have to join.
Pattern?
This link only we have to join, no?
Our old one. This one, same link will be for the right.
Okay, ma'am.
This session is not going to be end here, right?
Okay,
Just
ma'am.
we are
I was
taking
a bit confused.
Yeah. Session conclude the session. We will take a break of 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am.